it's good for you to know how I'm going to do attendance. If this is a land class, then we will start off attending and doing class as the schedule has organized it for us. So I will be there every time that we should be there. At the beginning of the semester, I'll be going over the online management system and how we're going to be doing that sort of content delivery, and then what I will be doing in the land time that we have together face to face, in person. I don't just go over the material that I expect you to watch or listen to on your own. However, I try to engage you with thoughts and comments and questions about that material so that you can be sure to be thinking about it critically from a lot of angles, different angles. And I also want those land sessions to be full of questions that you have for me. And if you don't have any questions, then I don't think necessarily that you have to be in class, because the last thing I want you to do is just come to class because you feel that you have to be there, or somehow you're going to be penalized because you're not going to be on a list that I'm taking. I don't take lists like that. I don't do attendance like that. In fact, I don't like to think in terms of, well, that person's body is here, therefore that person is here, because you might be asleep, you might be daydreaming, you might be doing whatever, studying for another course. At that point, why even come to class, right? So I want to free up time for you if you feel that you can do this class online, even if it's a land class. If you have days where you just get the work done online, you submit the work online, and then you can use class time to study or do something else that helps the overall college experience be better in your work, study, life balance thing, then I'm happy to help you with that. So, if once we get going in the semester, you get the roll of things and you decide to transition to doing the course online, that's fine. You don't have to be coming in to the land session. However, I want you to know that I will be there, because students do come in to talk to me one-on-one, or to talk to me more in a more involved way over what's happening in the class at that point, given the materials or the assignments that are online. So basically, if you are coming to class on a regular basis, I appreciate that, as long as we're engaging. But please don't just come to class because you feel that it's something you have to do and then check out, in terms of mentally not be there. I'd rather you stay away and do the class online, right? Why should I take up your time that way? And why should you take up my time by being in a space that is we're not going to interact in anyway, even though we might be physically close? It's all about genuine, concentrated connection and interaction. So at that point, I would say you need to study for that exam, do the work online, take a week off, study for that, don't come to class. That actually helps those that are in class to have a much closer experience. It's more focused, right? So attendance is very fluid, to say the least, in my classes. I want to point out, though, that I will be there if that's what the schedule says. So we might have a class that's supposed to meet Tuesdays and Thursdays at a certain room. I'm going to be there every Tuesday and Thursday. If I'm not going to be there, I'll let you know in an email. Sometimes I travel. I'll let you know way ahead of time when I'm going to be away. I work for 3 other nonprofits, and I'm very involved with that work. It's very rewarding. It's an education. And I need to travel for those organizations. I'm part of the founding circle for some of those, so it's important for me to travel. I'll let you know when I'm not going to be there, because maybe you might be coming in to talk to me personally about something, or to talk to me further about something that you see online, and it's good to know that I'm there. I'll be there, but I'm going to let you make the decision as to how you attend. You can do the work online, or you can actually come in. Now, because I'm so flexible with this, please understand that if you are going to come in and then not pay attention or fall asleep or work on something else, please stay away. It's an insult to me to have you there, and it's not a good strategy on your part, because that's really not how you should be handling your time that way. Respect your time more. That's what I'm saying. Now, if you're sick, this is one of the reasons, another big reason I have this sort of attendance policy. If you're sick, you need to stay home and get better. I don't need to see a doctor's note. I don't need any of that. Just do whatever you need to do to get better, but don't come to class, because you're going to make other people nervous, and you might actually pass on some virus or something to them. So please respect your peers by not coming to class if you're sick. All right, I am not impressed in any way when I see a student coughing and slouching on a chair in my class because they're sick. What are they doing there? I can't understand their thinking, and I would rather not even have them there. So please stay home, sleep, get better, and then just talk to me later if you want to, as far as what happened. And just when you can, if you have some energy and you're sick, work online. That's why the work folders are there, and that's why everything, videos, everything I say in class that has content and meaning and direction for the general class is going to be online in a video, an audio clip, or just instructions. So just spend some time working through the material there. All right. Now, if this is an online class, purely online, 100% online, then the question is, how do I take attendance? I can see when you log into the class and when you log out, and I want to see meaningful work spent in the class once a week. All right, so please visit the class at least once a week. That's the bare minimum, and don't just log in and log out for 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, spend a substantial time working. Of course, I think a good way to do it is to visit the class 3 or 4 times a week and spend 30 minutes each time. That's about the minimum. Well, that's a decent average. Of course, you're working outside too. Like if you're reading a book or thinking or writing on something, you don't have to be online for that, right? So there's more time spent outside that I can't see, but I'm just assuming that's happening. So I think that's fair, and I think that treats us all with a level of respect. I do not expect you to be in class if doing the LAN version or doing the class online helps you in terms of your work schedule, other things. I'm here to help you have a great English class experience, and also to do my part to help you have a good overall college experience for the semester. And stress happens, and schedules get heavy and tight, and if you can free up some time by doing this class online, I'm happy to help you do that, okay? So I know all of this can be a little surprising and maybe just a little confusing, and if you want to talk to me one-on-one, then just come to class. If it's a LAN class, come on one of the days we're scheduled to meet, and I'm happy to talk to you face-to-face about this. Or if this is an online class, just send me an email and we can talk about this as well.